All right, welcome back to the channel, PM Nightly. I'm glad to have you here for another show. We're going to do Why Are There No Predator with Hooves. This is from Fax Machine, and we'll go ahead and give them a subscription, and we'll give them a thumbs up. Looks like my system is moving a little bit slow. All right. And that is an interesting question. I came upon the question and I thought, yeah, it's a good point. Some of the biggest animals on the planet, have hooves and they're some of the fastest. Why wouldn't they ever be predators? But let's see what the answer is.
Hoofed mammals include some of the largest and most impressive land mammals. Rhinoceroses, horses, giraffes, deer, and antelopes are all examples of hoofed mammals. These animals all have a hard nail-like case, called a hoof, covering each toe on their feet. There are some animals in which the hooves do not fully cover the toe and are more like nails, such as in camels or hippopotamuses. Hoofed mammals are divided into two groups: even-toed hoofed mammals, such as deer, giraffes, pigs, and cattle, and odd-toed hoofed mammals, which include horses, rhinoceroses, and tapirs. Odd-toed hoofed mammals stand on one or three toes, while even-toed hoofed mammals stand on two or four toes. Most hoofed mammals are plant-eaters. Hoofed mammals are mostly found in open habitats, such as grasslands. Hoofed mammals can run very fast for long distances. They run on their toes. Running on fewer toes means they use fewer muscles, helping them save energy. Hoofed mammals also have long lower limbs, which allow them to cover more distance with each stride. Claws and talons are specialized tools that most land-based predators have evolved, and with good reason. While a well-placed hoof kick can cause serious damage, it wouldn't be nearly the advantage to a carnivore that strong, sharp claws and a good set of canine teeth prove to be. Predators need to dispatch their prey quickly after they catch it, or the wounded animal may still escape, meaning no dinner for the hunter. Clubbing the prey to death while being unable to hold it is inefficient at best.
True. Got to keep running after it, hit it again.
Animals typically described as carnivores. Wild boars often eat animals, but they are omnivores, not primarily carnivores, and not carnivorans. For that matter, lots of hoofed animals will eat animal-derived food given the opportunity. Cows and deer will eat small birds. Giraffes like to chew on bones and skulls for minerals. Lots and lots of herbivores will eat carrion if they come across it. Meat, after all, is energy-dense and nutritious, and herbivorous animals do not have vegetation ideologies to adhere to. There had been hoofed carnivores, but they are all extinct. Entelodont is a scary-looking prehistoric monster that is also referred to as the Terminator pig. Entelodonts were gigantic, pig-like omnivores, weighing around 50 to 900 kilograms, that roamed the forest and plains of North America and Eurasia around 45 million years ago. Despite their nicknames, these animals weren't actually pigs. Instead, they were more closely related to hippos and whales. They're described to possess cloven hooves, just like modern-day ungulates, and a heavy head that was carried by a spinal hump, as well as full sets of teeth, including large canines, heavy incisors, pointed premolars, and flat molars, all of which suggest an omnivorous diet that allowed entelodonts to feed on plants and other animals alike. Armed with this equipment, the entelodont was a much-feared killer, a bold thief that wouldn't hesitate to steal a neighboring carnivore's kills in the process. It used its monstrous size and unparalleled power to intimidate other predators, some being way dwarfed by this enormous behemoth, and fend them off, as well as a powerful hunter that utilized its superior strength and nightmarish jaws to crush the skull of its hapless victim. Any animal could be on the menu, no matter how large or simply insignificant, such as primitive horses and camels. Over the years, when climatic conditions began to change, the entelodont evolved to become even larger than it initially was, but that only led to its downfall. especially when it couldn't adapt to hunting new, faster prey, including some that developed longer legs to hit whopping speeds of up to 80 kilometers an hour or more. And it was outcompeted by new carnivores that had more sophisticated weaponry and were far more adaptable, including the formidable amphicyonid, also known as the bear dog. In light of this, entelodonts eventually followed the path to complete extinction 19 million years ago.
That's amazing.
Mesonychids were a group of predatory ungulates, and their fossils have been found in Western America and Canada, as well as in northern Mongolia and China. Their most characteristic feature was that they had primitive hooves. These early hooves were a mix between very long toenails and hooves, and each toe of this four-legged creature had one hoof. Mesonychids exemplified a wide variety of appearances, ranging from those similar to wolves, hyenas, bears, and dogs.
Yeah, it did look like it was a makeup of a number
even
of
though
different
they are
animals.
similar in appearance to land animals, some consider Mesonychids to be ancestors of whales. They had an elongated skull and triangular teeth, which are similar to whales. These creatures also had an inner ear, which is a characteristic feature of whales. Mesonychids were predatory carnivores. They may have also been scavengers, similar to hyenas. They had powerful jaws, and their teeth, as previously mentioned, were similar to whales' teeth. This evidence suggests that these creatures probably ate marine life and scavenged off the shore. However, they probably used their primitive hooves to hold the meat in place while they tore it off using their teeth. Andrewsorchus is a genus of carnivorous mammal that originated during the Middle Eocene epoch in what is now Asia and Africa.
Oh, look at that
standing
big thing.
Around 6 feet or 2 meters tall, measuring 18 to 20 feet or 5.5 to 6 meters in length, and weighing around a ton or 2,000 pounds. Andrewsorchus was among the largest mammalian carnivore to ever walk the earth. Their appearance seems similar in color scheme to a cheetah, yellow with black spots and stripes. Despite their canine-like appearance, Andrewsorchus was not related to modern scavengers, such as dogs, wolves, or even hyenas. They were, in a sense, sheep in wolf's clothing, but they were definitely not as docile as sheep. Their huge 1 meter long jaws are designed to crush anything, such as a sea turtle.
God.
There were more other hoofed predators. Some early ancestors of today's whales ate fish, but had hoofed feet. An example of one of these hoofed cetaceans is Indohyus. There is even an extinct species of pig, a true pig, not an entelodont, which seems to show adaptations for high carnivory. Even bone-crushing Tetraconodon. However, it's still an obscure and little-studied species. There have been several occurrences of hoofed animals going carnivorous in prehistory. It's just that all the lineages have gone extinct. As to why they're gone, it's not to do with their hoofedness, but rather for miscellaneous, unrelated reasons. It's not always clear why you don't find hoofed carnivores nowadays, though there is a plausible theory. To catch prey, including large game like zebras and antelope, a carnivore is requiring of speed and agility, assisted by sharp claws and paws that walk on toes or digits. Hence, some carnivores' classification as digitigrades. While hooves are more useful to run like hell, they aren't really efficient in accomplishing maneuvers to hunt. Another hypothesis could be that for them it's easier and steadier to eat plants than to hunt other animals for food. All the big animals are pure plant eaters today. The biggest carnivore is the polar bear, about 400 kilograms or 880 pounds, compared to the elephant with 6,000 kilograms or 13,200 pounds. Plant eaters have longer lifespans, so why would hoofed carnivores not use the first evolutionary chance to turn into omnivores and plant eaters?
Especially if they were already eating
That's
plants,
all for today.
as well as
if
eating
you enjoyed this video,
the
don't
animal
forget
flesh.
to like.
I guess that makes sense that they had a easier way of living with continuing to eat the plants. And then like that one, the first one, wasn't the first one that got bigger instead of smaller? And then that kind of did it in because it couldn't keep up with the smaller, more agile predators. So it makes sense. But it also seems like because they have the ability to run really quick, that they would be better able to keep up with their prey, especially if what they're preying on is animals like horses or antelope or something like that. But I get the fact that the claws and everything are better for grabbing hold of the animal and dragging them down. It's kind of a gruesome subject, but it's life, right? All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was again, Why Are There No Predators with Hooves? And this is with Fax Machine. This is the first show that I've ever watched from Fax Machine. So it was interesting, and maybe we'll catch some other things as well. All right. Well, I do thank you for joining me on my channel, PM Nightly, and I hope you'll come back and watch some other videos with me. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and maybe also consider subscribing to help grow the channel. Thank you very much. Have a good day.